G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a 20mm anti-tank gun. This weapon hails from the Modern Firearms pack, which adds a lot of guns into your game. So many guns. Lots of guns. Guns out the arse. Look at all these. All injected into the leveled list, so you'll find them on NPCs. And something to note about this mod, which I really like the direction they take on this, is that a lot of the weapons' damage are just cranked up to make sure that it's a very quick firefight. You don't need a whole lot of bullets to actually get someone killed, so it kind of counteracts the very hard difficulties bullet sponging at very high levels, which I think is a really good thing. Now, this is a giant gun made for destroying tanks, pretty light armor, to be honest. I mean, this isn't going to punch through an M1 Abrams unless you're hitting it right up the arse, but this is one of the cooler weapons, because I tend to like the big heavy guns that the Modern Firearms crew make, because I did a Tiger gun once and that was laughably silly but really, really fun to use. So this is going to be a little bit less on the silly side, maybe a little bit more practical, but it's going to be a fun one. And there's not a whole lot of customization, so we'll get over this quickly and then we'll get to shooting stuff. So first of all, we've got the barrels here. We've got the standard barrel right now. It doesn't actually change the model here. It's all just one solid model as far as it goes here. So we get the heavy barrel, which will increase our rate of fire at the cost of range. Precision barrel, which will decrease our rate of fire at the... it'll decrease the rate of fire, but improve our range. So you've got one for sniping here. And then the one sort of best of both worlds is the standard one. We'll go for a DPS setup here. We'll go for a heavy barrel right there. You'll also note how that it costs a bunch of firearm parts that you get from like this weird abstract station. It looks like a Nuka-Cola thing, but it's got a little TV screen on it. I'll show you in a second, but we'll move on to the sights now. So you can grab an Aerotech if you want, a little other reflex sights. I think this one's a little bit too far forward. Need to knock that back a few bits in an old NIF scope. But what I like to see here is I actually don't mind this recon camera, which costs a lot of these components, but that's sort of mounted on the side there, and then when we aim down sights, we'll get a cool scope view. It also makes it look like it's got eyes on the side here, like it's a big monster. And we've got a legendary effect if we need it. It'd be funny if I chucked 2-shot on this, right? Yes, 2200 damage. Perfect. No, not now. And you can chuck a gigantic spotlight on the side somewhere. That might be good for using this thing at night, just to make sure everyone knows exactly where we are. And to reduce this thing's weight, which currently it is at 85, which is massive, we can reduce that all the way down to 47.5. Obviously, with this kind of weight, you wouldn't be expecting to use it inside power armor, and if you actually run around with it without power armor, it does give you a giant movement speed penalty. So there you go, a little bit of realism for you. And we can improve the rate of fire some more by chucking this on full auto fire mode. So right now, I don't think we're particularly well protected for a Modern Firearms environment, and this is the speed multiplier, by the way. It makes you go super slow. Funnily enough, you go like normal speed. You don't have to use more AP to sprint, but you go normal speed when you're sprinting with it. But here's what I'm going to be jumping into. This is a XO2 advanced power armor from Fallout 3. It's one of the Creation Club items, but I think it comes out alright. There's like couple of different versions on this on the Nexus, but this is the smallest in my hard drive, so why not shield for Bethesda? I mean, I think this is probably a more accurate version of it I've seen. I'd have to put them side by side to see which one I actually liked, but I don't mind the way this looks. Okay, so here we are outside of Immersive Gunners Plaza. All of these gunners will probably be armed with a lot of modern firearms, which means they're going to be doing a little bit more damage to me than usual. And there's probably a couple of MG42s thrown in the mix there. Modern Firearms has an MG3, which is probably going to be even more powerful than the MG42 mod that I always get killed by. But that's what it look like with the big 20mm gun. It's got spotlights on it, but since we're in power armor, we've got the glowing red eyes instead. It's unfortunate that the shoulder pads here can't be white like the rest of the armor. They have to be rusted. It doesn't really match anything, but yeah, it's got Tesla coils, so if anything comes closer, they'll start taking damage, and all the Tesla coils that you see on the arms and leg bits there actually increase the damage, so we'll have to see how that goes. It's kind of the way that Fallout 4 and its new power armor system implemented the Tesla armor, even though they did something similar. Do you remember in the DLC, the robot one, the Automatron, where you got the T60 Tesla arm, had the little Tesla coils on the side. Anyways, enough of me talking. Let's get shooting, eh? We'll zoom in, and then we'll start shooting them with 20mm rounds. And no surprise that it's ragdolling them when they get hit by it. And a little bit of explosives here and there. It's pretty nice. They're surviving it somehow, which is credit to just how tough these gunners are. I'd rate gunners as tougher as Legion, I'll tell you that much. Legion, they're pretty tough, but you know, the gunners, they're big and strong and they actually use proper medicine. You'll note that the reload animations are that of a minigun, but I've basically sat here and killed everything quite easily. And the hip fire on this thing, it's not even that bad. Ooh, it's a bad day to be a gunner, I'll tell you that much. And if we want to use this thing in VATS, it fires in bursts of 3, which is monstrously over the top damage. We only need 2 at most, 1 of a headshot. There's a behemoth over there. We'll go shoot him. He goes down in 2 shots. And yeah, it takes a while for the scope to actually aim down, but I think it's worth it. And the explosive damage here is fairly minimal. I mean, eventually you'd kill them, but you just get so much more damage on the direct hits. So that's cool. Maybe in the future they could add some sort of high explosive rounds which project more splash damage at the cost of other damage. Or maybe eventually... Oh, there we go. Doesn't look like the Tesla coils actually do that much. I was kind of using that as a counter for... yeah, it's a Gauss rifle. It's a prototype one. You get crit, mate. Yeah, you are not getting up after that, I'll tell you that much. So, yeah. Pretty much an utter destruction of the gunners here. Basically didn't have to move. And you know what? Probably wouldn't want to do this for a super long time because the game obviously offering no challenge might get a little bit boring. But it's fun every now and then just to grab a big ass gun and start throwing gunners around. Games don't have to always be about challenge sometimes. But this kind of stuff in moderation is quite fun to do every once in a while. I don't dare get close enough to the explosions to get a taste of them myself, so I have to be a little bit careful with that. And that person got thrown around a few times. And just pretend that we're not unlocking this door with a bobby pin. Just pretend that we're full autoing the door and it just breaks. It just opens up. See? Yes. There we go. Bang, 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 opens up. And then we just fire some explosive rounds at the ground. Finish off what gunners left remain. Who's left? Bad idea. Almost shot myself from the ground there. There we go. Then a nice little cheeky level up there. Starts raining. They'll rust out the power armor some more. And if we want to float around with our jetpacks, we can certainly do that. I lost all my old stu because I scoped in there. There we go. One of you goes down. You get ragdolled, sent up to the wall. And that's about it for these guys. Now, obviously, taking out gunners like this, even on very hard difficulty, is going to be super easy. So, I think I've got a mod that changes how jetpacks work, because generally you don't get this much lift. At least I'm not sure you do. Maybe I'm used to Fallout 76 jetpacks, but that seems a little bit more than usual. But yeah. So, against regular NPCs, this thing kind of crushes them so easily. But if we get some big ass monsters here that might take a couple of shots, then it might make the fights last a little bit longer. Sometimes you just gotta remind the AI of their place, and this is the type of weapon that you want to do it with. It's unfortunate that I can't bring this into Fallout 76 to shoot the Scorched Beast Queen with, but we should be able to like kill this guy in maybe 3 bursts. 4. Here we go. And that's him dead. See you later, Swan, mate. And, I mean, at this rate, we could probably go around and kill every single boss that this, mod adds very, very quickly. Because, you know, we've got to pad out that time, right? For YouTube ad revenue. Actually, that's not a thing anymore. Is it? I don't know. I don't watch those commentary YouTubers anymore. Always talking about money. Okay, brand new day. And, you can see a little bit better now, so that's nice. I mean, the viewers can. But we've still got the targeting HUD if we want. Yeah, you better run inside, silly gunners. We'll get them. We'll get them real good if I can figure out how to jump up on this car. I'd want to see how far I can go just completely standing still here. There we go. He loses an arm and falls over. Keep him nice and suppressed in there. There we go. Taking them all down. Now, generally, I'd stop fighting these guys when the big super mutants show up, but this time, I think we'll have to take it a little bit more seriously. Alright, here goes mutation, and I am going to jetpack up here where he can't possibly get me. Yes, this is an effective weapon system. Should have taken this into Anchorage. Actually, when did they even develop canonically power armor jetpacks? They're on those magazines. That's a minigun, mate. They don't do anything in this game. And a nice little ragdoll super mutant there. And these guys are big lads, so, you know, if they're getting thrown around, then, well, I think it speaks to the weapon's power. Feels good. So that's them dealt with. Usually deal with these raiders, so we'll snipe these guys from range. There we go. There goes one. There's another. Oh, legendary warlord, huh? You get a critical. Feel like the bullets need to be expanded a little bit. Just, they need to grow a little bit in those individual bats things, because I'm pretty sure that was just a throwaway. Also, I think I saw... Was that a Raider hairstyle there from, like, Fallout 3? It was, in fact. Look at that. What do they call that one? I don't remember. But, yeah, it looks... Yeah, I installed the Capital Wasteland Raider armors, and I don't know, they don't really work in Fallout 4 because of the new overhauled armor system. It sort of gives them one singular outfit to wear, which I guess is kind of cool, but it doesn't really mend well to the system. That's a very heavily wounded super mutant. I think he was taking on the bear, and I think the dog got killed as well. He must have been the guy on patrol. Now, let's find a nice place to stand. And I don't have Sentinel on my power armor or anything, but, I mean, if I did, I'd be unstoppable. I think that super mutant had something cool. We'll go up and have a look at his deal in a second, because I think he might have actually had something from the Firearms pack, because he had something there. Well, it definitely sounds different. What you got there, mate? It's purple. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Is it a... It is a... AC... I don't know. Oh, it's a UMP. That's what it is. Nice. We've already seen that many, many times, I think, on the channel. But, you know, there's just another one. I think the damage with that one would be superior because it's just from modern firearms. Hey, there we go. There's something. That one is an M60. That doesn't look terrible at all. Excuse me, I'm looking at guns. Oh, he broke my arm. It busted my power armor. Or was that me? Who knows? Anyways, back to killing muties. Another crit for this fella. I guess one. That's all you need. Gross overkiller super mutants. Sometimes they deserve it. There we go. We'll keep flying about. Get that reload in before we stagger. And there we go. Level 129. That's 2 levels thus far. That's a little baby super mutant. We might be able to kill him just by pain training him. Donk. There you go. And the Tesla coils will get him after that. There we go. Saved a bit of ammo there. Ammo's expensive. Not really. You can get everything from the little vendors that the mod adds just with pre-war money, which you can get in droves kind of easily. It's kind of everywhere. But wait. Oh, it's the dog. I didn't kill the dog. There he is, little bastard. There you go. Alright, so that's them dealt with. And you know what? I'm going to go repair my power armor a little bit, and then I'm going to go and find some sort of monster that usually kicks my ass. Or knock them down a few levels. Righto, Lobsterman. Time for you to die, and this time I'm not going to struggle at all. And I can see you underwater today, so yeah, you're rooted, mate. You're finished. And I wonder if we can knock you down. Doesn't look like it's capable of knocking big fellas like you down, but it's a constant stagger, so oh dear, we are in trouble, aren't we? So yeah. Ah yeah, that feels good. Stupid bloody lobster. Okay, time to take on a giant deathclaw. This guy usually is a general sponge of bullets, so I'm going to take him down a peg as well. There we go. This one gets knocked down, and he's going to continue to get knocked down. Oh, look, the little baby deathclaws have showed up. I don't know why we couldn't just knock down all of the lobsters. The lobster was completely immune to it. Also, they're legendary. What the hell? Where'd you come from? Oh my god, he's doing the sleeper thing. Nope, nope, nope. Kill it, kill it. He's quick too. He was quick on the sleeper thing. That's creepy. I don't like it. Kill it with fire, with criticals, everything. There we go. Cheeky little 2,000 damage. We'll throw some more criticals in here. There you go. Yeah, you are not coming back after that, surely. Or maybe he is. Right, looks like he's getting back up, but I'm going to have to put you back down, boy. The unforeseen consequences of constantly ragdolling something, and, well, we've got to chase him down now. There's usually gunners up here as well. We'll try to take them out if they show up. Nope. They've decided to stay home today. You know, that's probably a good plan. Little baby deathclaw seeking refuge amongst some rocks. And now, you are jammed up against a rock yourself, so you are not going to be getting back up. Bugger. I was going to jump up there with me jetpack, but no, I don't want to take the elevator. I'll just keep using me jetpack. Just waiting, waiting. Up. There we go. There we go. Look at this big sentry bot thinks he can take me. Well, guess what? Robotics expert. You now belong to me. Not. Fine. I'm gonna hit you in the fusion cores then. There we go. You're only friendly after I took your fusion cores out, mate. And where'd the other gunners go? Hello? Just a sentry bot. He was the only one brave enough to show up. Foolish. But brave. And I thought that was a mine. It's just probably a bit of charred sentry bot. Anyways, I think that does it for this one. So this was the 20mm anti-tank gun, and it pretty much kills everything. Really, really easily. So it's a bit of a mess around gun. Obviously, the biggest thing about it is its colossal weight and probably weight of ammo. So if you want to use this in survival, you probably couldn't carry more than a mag of it. Especially if you haven't got full strength. See the Predator just pop into existence just then? How cool is that? Anyways, so if you like to see this thing in your game, you got to go into the Modern Firearms Discord to get the beta mods, the downloads. They're sort of listed there. If you know what you're doing, you'll find it eventually. So I'll just leave you to do that if you want. And if you want to see any more of the Modern Firearms stuff, well, yeah. I'd like to hear it, because there's stuff here that might be a little bit more interesting than just blasting everything super easily, so we'll have to see how we go. Thank you very much, guys.